Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Birds are singing. It's a lovely morning. It is the day that you are going back to the Supreme Court. The second day when the respondent is expected to give his side of the story. When the history of this country will be written, there is this Okia Omtata. Okia Omtata has a big chapter in Kenyan history. And if you ask me, Raila's win is pegged so much on Okia Omtata. Yale ukiangalia utaona kwamba majaji hawakuuliza maswali yoyote kuhusu his numbers. This case will be won by none other than Okia Omtata. Okia Omtata numbers are making a lot of statistical sense. Okia Omtata ndiye ambaye atamwokoa Raila Amolo Odinga. Kwa sababu ukiangalia utaona kwamba ndiye ambaye anazungumzia masuala nyeti kabisa. Kusema kweli, amepiga kabi katikati ya miguu ya simba dume, and you can imagine what he is doing there between the legs of a lion. Amepiga kabi pale, na kusema kweli anafanya kazi kwa bidii, na kusema kweli huenda akawa ndiye ambaye ataokoa Raila Amolo Odinga, because this case will be won in two areas. The first area is the servers, and the second area is on the numbers. And that is why Raila Amolo Odinga was given unfettered access to IBC servers. Na wakati ambapo anazifungua, kuna yale ambayo ataona. When you look at the logs, when you look at what was happening there, because he has even been given the password despite the many challenges and opposition by Wafula Chebukati, utaona kwamba huenda hapo ndipo ambapo mambo yatatokea. Because many people have been asking questions. What is the meaning of the many questions, the very difficult questions that the judges asked the petitioners? But I would tell you that this is what a number of questions meant. One thing that the judges meant is that they are not going to give Raila Amolo Odinga the head of Chebukati, kwa sababu Raila Amolo Odinga kile ambacho anafanya, anaitisha kichwa cha Chebukati kiwekwe ndani ya bakuli apelekewe ndio aende nacho. It is very interesting. So the courts were actually saying that they don't have the powers, they don't have the constitutional powers, and they'll be doing what is known as, I think, ultra vires, whereby one exceed the powers given to him by the constitution. So their action would be at best be described as ultra vires. The other thing is that they also asked Raila Amolo Odinga's lawyer, and this is very, very, now that you are saying that exercise was fraudulent, now that you are saying the elections were backward, and on the other hand you are telling us to declare Raila Amolo Odinga the president, how are we going to declare him the president in a backward elections? Because it's a very difficult question. Na kile ambacho tunaweza kusema ni kwamba if Orego and his team are able to convince that there's a way that Raila can be declared the president, despite the many charges, despite the many problems of the IBC, ikiwa watafaulu, I think the judges would not hesitate to declare Raila Amolo Odinga the president, if at all this is what is going to happen, because I think they don't want to subject people to another election. Na ndio sababu wakauliza yale maswali. So I think now the burden rests with Orego and his team. Ikiwa watafaulu kufanya hivi, basi watakuwa wameshida hii kesi, because I think kama kuna kazi ambayo Ruto's lawyers watakuwa nayo gumu is to convince the court that Ruto got 50% and above votes. Kwa hivyo ni jambo ambalo litakuwa gumu sana kwao. Kwa hivyo Okia Omtata amefanya kazi nzuri sana. Kwa hivyo kile ambacho kingine wanasema ni kwamba when you look at the questions, they are saying that they cannot be able to remove Chebukati, kwa sababu wakimwondoa pale kama nilivyosema watakuwa wamefanya makosa makubwa sana. And then they are asking what would happen if you go for a rerun and Chebukati is not there, kwa sababu kuna masuala mengi ambayo yanafaa kuangaliwa pale. Kwa hivyo kile ambacho tunaweza kusema ni kwamba huenda ikawa haya maswali yanalega jambo fulani. Although people were doubting, they were saying that the way the judges were asking the questions, it's like they have dismissed Raila's case. It is not the case. Judges, they are there to ask questions, and what they are trying to do is to broaden the case. And you know, the greatest hurdle that the judiciary is having is time. Time constant is not on their side, and the framers of the constitution, I think, did not mean that did not expect that the case would be this important. Hawakuwa wanatarajia kwamba kutakuwa na wakati mgumu hivi, kwa sababu you look at this case, it's one case that require a lot of time. I think even 1 month is not enough if the evidence is anything to go by. Kile ambacho tunaona kwamba if for example the other question that was posed is about the form that 4A from the polling station, in case there is any change, in case what is uploaded in IBC portal is not what was the agents are having, then you can agree with me this election will be nullified in the morning, kwa sababu kile ambacho kinajulikana kwamba elections is won in from that 4A, that is the polling station. So the presiding officers are the people who come up with the final results. Kwa hakuna mengi ambayo inaweza kubadilishwa. Kwa ikiwa the question that was posed to the lawyers kwamba ikiwa what was captured in the Kim's kit, when they took the photo and sent the same to the IBC server, if for instance nothing was changed, kama kuna jambo ambalo halikubadilishwa, basi itakuwa vigumu to convince the Supreme Court that Raila won. Lakini kama kuna jambo lolote ambalo litaonyesha kwamba kulikuwa na mabadiliko ya hapa na pale, kuna mambo ambayo yalifanywa, kuna ukarabati ambao ulifanywa from that 4A, basi itakuwa vigumu sana kwa Ruto to be declared the president elect, na ataupoteza umaarufu wake, the cheo hiki cheo cha even the title of the deputy president elect is ataipoteza asubuhi na mapema. Kwa hivyo the case before the judges is very very encouraging. So you know, watu wanafikiri ya kwamba wale nani hawataulizwa maswali. Yale maswali, I can tell you the questions that are waiting the respondent, the maswali ambayo yatagojea Gati na upande wake ni maswali magumu sana, ni maswali ambayo yatamchogonoa akili, and the questions that were asked to Orego's team are not difficult to answer, but I can tell you the questions that await William Samoei Ruto's team are so difficult, na itakuwa vigumu sana kujua kile ambacho watafanya. Kwa hivyo, lakini ukiangalia utaona kwamba some people are saying that the courts are likely also to wash their hands. They're also likely to behave like Pontius Pilate, who did not find any fault in Jesus, na akasema kwamba amenawa mikono na kumwachilia Barnabas. So is this what the court is likely to do? This is another way that they can do that. They did not find anything wrong with this. Wanae mikono na waseme kwamba chukueni Ruto wenu kama Barnabas, na tumemwachilia Yesu, tumemwachilia Baba, hakujaona lolote baya, mnaweza kufanya lolote ambalo mnafanya. And I think it is another area that you are like to witness. Kwa hivyo leo kutakuwa na asubuhi tunaona upande wa Azimio ukijaribu kujibu yale maswali. It is very very important to see what these guys are going to say, because the way, if they are able to convince the judges, you know, if they convince the judges that these elections Baba anafaa kutangazwa mshindi, I think that one can happen. Now the court will not hesitate actually to declare him the president-elect and force Wafula Chebukati. But I doubt, because you see Baba was asking for the head of Wafula Chebukati, Dio Akishida aide na kichwa chake State House, for it to be, I don't know what he's going to do with the head, but that is what they were doing. When you look at the lawyers, they are very infuriated. Kila mtu amekasirika. Nasema kwamba huyu ni mtu ambaye amepewa muda mrefu sana na amekuwa akiwatesa wananchi, amekuwa akiiba kura, and people are not satisfied with the Wafula Chebukati. That is what is coming out. So what we can see is that more questions await the respondents today. And when the judges retreat to write the answers, I think they will do so much on the servers, they also do so much on the numbers, and they also do so much on Form 4A. Haya ndio mambo ambayo yatachagia kufanya uamuzi wa kesi hii. Kwa hivyo kama tunavyoona, I can tell you that Okia Omtata will occupy a big chapter, as I said, in the history of this country, kwa sababu I'm saying, when you look at the judges, they did not ask much questions about the numbers, they did not ask much questions. And again, when it comes to wale watu, the expert, ICT expert wa Raila Amolo Odinga, what about they are trying to audit the Kim's kit and the servers, if they come up with something that will show that for sure there was a third party, there was infiltration, there was hacking. I'm telling you, Raila has all the reason to get to go to State House, because that is what the people are expecting. So if you have joined this channel for the first time and you are wondering who this person is, this is Gashi's Command TV, the tallest man in Black Africa. Here we analyze unreported news, because what is important is the unreported news, and the other thing is that we state facts as they are. So subscribe if you have not, kindly like a video. You can also share videos, comment our viewers. We are very, very happy. Support this channel, and we are very, very grateful. And may you have a blessed day. Bye-bye.